Hello, I'm 81 John Cole.
And I'm 81 Brandon Rucker. I'm 82 Devin Wood.
And we're currently stationed at CNET Lemoore. Check us out on Facebook. Today we're going to be covering over the proper procedures and safeties for taking a fuel sample from an F-18 Echo Foxtrot Golf platform. Our counterparts here will don the proper PPE or that personal protective equipment and show you how to do that procedure safely and responsibly to make sure we have these aircraft up and ready. As you can see here, my counterpart has already donned the proper PPE or that personal protective equipment. He's got his apron, splash-proof goggles, rubber gloves, a jar, and the fuel sampling hose itself. Fuel sampling ports are located along your port side on the underbelly for cells 1, 2, 3, and 4, which is between the main landing gear. Today we're going to be going over the wing port, which is the easiest access point. We're going to be utilizing the port wing. This is what a fuel sampling port looks like, and this is what we'll be utilizing on the wing. Same on all fuel sampling port stations. Fuel sample procedures can be found in NAVAIR 4790.2 Charlie, Chapter 10.2 for NAMP Fuel Surveillance Compliance Procedures, 01 TAC 1 Alpha, TAC 35, Work Package 007, page 7, paragraph 8 for General Fuel Sampling Procedures, the A-18E TAC MRC, TAC 200 cards for type model specific procedures, and refer to your local NAM stop for fuel spill procedures. So what you want to do before actually taking the fuel sample is you want to wipe off the port real quick, especially on the boat, in case there's any salt or contaminants that may be on there prior to actually taking the sample. That will actually cause your sample to be bad off the bat if there's already pre-existing contaminants on the outside of the port. As you can see here, when you insert the hose, you want to make sure you go straight up and down so you don't lock the port open, which would cause a fuel spill. Prior to taking a fuel sample, it is important to understand what constitutes a fuel spill. If a fuel spill occurs, refer to your local NAMSOP procedures. 82 directly hooks a fuel sampling hose up to the wing fuel port located on the outboard of each wing and fills the fuel sampling jar to approximately half to 3/4 full, which is enough fuel to see if there's any microbiological items or any kind of debris that may cause harm to the fuel system or engines. Once it's filled the proper level, we will swirl the jar to see if there's any contaminants in the fuel. As you can see here, it gets a nice swirl to see if there's any contaminants or water in the fuel. If there's anything in the fuel sample, it will be visible with the swirling procedure. If you have a bad fuel sample, you need to report it to maintenance control. 01 1 Alpha, TAC 35, Work Package 007, page 7, paragraph 8 for general fuel sample procedures. Water contamination. Water is heavier than fuel and will naturally move towards the lowest point in the fuel cell. If water is detected, discard sample and repeat steps Bravo 1 through Bravo 4 until no water is found. Particulate contamination. If contaminants are present, retain the contaminated sample, drain approximately 1 gallon of fuel into a bucket or other suitable container, and take another sample. If small amounts of particulate material are noted, the sample shall be discarded and another drawn and re-inspected. A small amount is described as a spot of silt, which would be no more than a slight smudge if picked up on a fingertip. Ensure container is thoroughly cleaned and rinsed before retesting. If relatively large quantities of water or foreign matter are noted, or small amounts persist from one or more silt drains, perform the following. Notify maintenance control, initiate a downing discrepancy work order against the aircraft, ground the aircraft, retain the fuel samples and give samples to quality assurance for inspection, and defuel the aircraft. Investigate the aircraft fuel system and components to determine the source of contamination. If the source of contamination is not isolated to the aircraft, notify the cognizant fuel handling activity. The source of contamination shall be identified. Forward samples to the nearest Navy Petroleum Laboratory for analysis. NAVAIR 00 TAC 80T TAC 109 Aircraft Refueling NATOPS Manual identifies these laboratories and the approved shipping containers. Here our sample is free from contaminants and is annotated on the daily inspection. And that's how you take a fuel sample properly and safely from an F-18 Echo Foxtrot Golf. For other maintenance videos, check us out on Facebook. Have a good day. I'm 81 Cole from CNET Lemoore.